Hello and welcome to this Kubernetes session. So today in the today's sessions we are going to discuss about the daemon sets. Before starting this video, I would like to thank all my viewers, all my subscribers that shows the interest in the channel. And till today, I received several notifications in the LinkedIn, and people tagged me several times after clearing the CKA certifications. So this Kubernetes series of my channel is very popular, means on clearing the CKA certifications. That makes me happy that I am doing something helpful for you guys. Okay, and I keep on adding the Kubernetes related videos in coming days. And regarding the question challenge, I will try to add some more challenge questions on the CKA challenge playlist. And regarding the Kubernetes topics, I am with the DaemonSet session, and we are going to discuss about what is the DaemonSet and how it's going to be helpful. So in this session, so the main agenda of the topics is that what is the DaemonSet. So we will understand what is the DaemonSet. Before that, we have the pod, then the replica set, then the deployment. We learned several objects regarding the Kubernetes. If you didn't refer my previous video, you can refer from the CK topics. I added around 15 videos on the playlist of the CK topics. You can refer those. So what is the use case? We are also going to learn about the demonstrate use cases, how we are going to create it. So creating is very simple for the demonstrate. I will guide you that we already learned the replica sets, and you will find that there is more similarities between it. So I'm going to make it a very simple, and in this video I am going also to going to add the node in the cluster. Okay, so previously we might have one node, and we are going to see that we will going to add a node to the cluster. That node, the worker node, will be the part of the main cluster, and then how the daemon set will able to create a pod in that particular newly added node. Newly added node, worker node in the into the cluster. Okay, so regarding the CK certification exam, uh, you expect that there will be a direct questions that you have to create a daemon set or something like that. There is some problem while creating the daemon set, and you have to fix it. Maybe they will provide you the YAML file, okay, in a cluster, and that YAML file has some syntax error. That's why it's failing. Okay, so you have to see all these things. Maybe the API scheduler have some problem. That's why it's not allocating the daemon set pod into a particular node. So you have to think stage by stage, like either there is any syntax error in the daemon set YAML file, or the API scheduler have some problem in scheduling the daemon set, because daemon set is the pod. Okay, and we are going to refer all these things, that what types of daemon set and what is the daemon set. So in the coming slides we will going to learn it. Okay, so regarding the daemon set ensures that all or some nodes run a copy of the pod. So this is something like a replica set. Okay, so daemon set will ensure that one copy, only one pod of similar type will run on each of the node. Okay, and suppose that your cluster have three nodes, three worker node, and in future you are going to extend it to 4, 5 and number of nodes. Then you don't have to do anything. The similar pod will get deployed. A single copy of the node will get, sorry, a single copy of the pod will get deployed in each of the nodes. Okay, so this is the main thing. This is the beauty of the daemon set. Okay, so you can say that okay, Alok, we have the replica set. Okay, so why we require the daemon set? because replica set will not ensure you that a single pod will run on each of the nodes. Might be the two pod will get deployed in a single node. Okay, then you come to me that okay, we will define a node name. We will allocate a node name for the particular pod. Then there will be a one copy on each of the node. What happen if you're going to extend it? Suppose you have the three nodes and you want to 100 nodes to be clubbed, then you have to do the manual work each and every time. But if you define a daemon set and you want to extend the node into the cluster from 3 to 100, you don't have to do anything. And in this video we are going to add a node and see what is the impact. First we will create a daemon set, okay, and then that daemon set will deploy a pod into a node because we have a single node cluster, and then we are going to add a node into that cluster and see the impact. Either the coming node, the node that will we extended as a part of our extension, and we included that node into the cluster, is there any pod automatically get created as a part of daemon set? So we are going to look into it, this particular things, and how we can delete the daemon set. We also learn about the cleanup related things. Okay, so what is the use cases, why we create the daemon sets for, and what is the requirement of creating a single pod in each of them? There will be many example, like you want some storage, cluster storage related things. You want a pod that monitors the log, okay, that collect the log from each of the nodes. So you want one pod to monitor all these things and put it into your volumes. There will be a volume attached and it collects all the informations from the node, and from which have many pods, and it collect informations and storing it in a central locations. So this is the very beautiful things, means you can see that this is a good functionality from the Kubernetes. You can install the antivirus also, like for each particular nodes there will be a one pod running for antivirus, one pod running for collecting the informations, log informations, and some cluster storage related things. You can also, so there might be a many use cases, and there it's based upon your requirement. Okay, so this is the specifications. Okay, like daemon set, the name. I think you are much familiar with the replica set. You can assume that this is the same as the replica set. The things that I changed the kind, okay, it's now daemon set. Let me show you as well. I think I opened it for you guys. Okay, so you can see, if you refer the daemon set here, the specification of the daemon set, you can see that it have several things included in this particular specifications files, like the tolerations. It's also added the tolerations and volume mods, so you will might get confused. So consider the replica set, because I already have the video on the replica set, and if you see the specification of the replica set, I only changed the kind. Okay, now coming back to the slide, let me make it fit in the screen so that you can refer. Okay, better if we have this one. Okay, so if you compare this replica set with the daemon set that I created, you can find that the API version is same kind. I already told you that this is the same specification of the replica set. I only changed the daemon set. Okay, the S will be capital similar as the replica set. Okay, and here we are using the metadata as a name as antivirus. Okay, and you can see that you don't have to define the replica, because if you in the replica set, it's upon your requirement how many replicas of particular pod you want to be get deployed and running all the time. But daemon set, it's always by default one and you cannot exceed it. Okay, so selected all the parts and the template in where we define the node related informations. Here I am using the nginx just for the giving you the clear picture, and that's not get confused with the specifications part. Okay, so I am using the antivirus using the image nginx, and you can find that exactly this is same. The only thing, the difference we have here is the kind. Okay, now let me maximize it. Okay, so you understand this particular part, the specifications part of the daemon set. Now coming to the note that when we use the replica set, sometimes you will find if you have the three nodes, then all the pods, one pod, copy of the one pod get deployed into this particular node one. Okay, all the pods. But also, this also happens that the two pods get deployed into the node 1, and this node 2 don't have any pod, because the API scheduler will decide on the basis of the SAP specifications we define for the pod. Okay, so in the case of daemon set, if you deploy the pod using the daemon set, this will not be a case that the two pod will get deployed as a part of daemon set into the single node. No, only one copy of the pod will get deployed in each of the nodes. Suppose you have three nodes, then one copy of the pod will get deployed into all the nodes. And if you extend the node, the worker node, as a part of the Kubernetes cluster, then each of the pod, each of the node have a daemon set. Like for the antivirus, each of the antivirus pod will get deployed automatically as soon as the node is the part of the cluster. Okay, so Kubernetes manages all these things automatically. So this is the beauty of the daemon sets. Okay, so in the lab section we are going to see how we can create a pod from the daemon set, and how we can going to add a new node, and that node automatically have the daemon set pod. We didn't do any things for that, and this is the thing that I'm going to demonstrate in the lab. So I'm jumping to the lab sessions to understand the daemon set concept in a better way. Okay, so this is the theoretical aspect, and when you see the lab sections you will have a better clarity. Okay, this is the thing, how this is the way we create the daemon set, and this is the way the daemon set works. So it will, you will have a better clarity, and this is the important topics regarding the CKA certification. So you cannot avoid this topic, and this is very simple because you already learned the replica sets and the similar features we have for the daemon set also. But the thing is that differentiate from the replica set, that daemon set have committed to create a single pod, a copy of the single pod in each of the node. Okay, so now I'm jumping to the lab sessions to demonstrate in a better. Okay, so this is my daemon set YAML file, and I already explained you what is all these things all about. If you don't, if you have any problem in understanding, then you can refer my video for the replica set, so that you can have a better clarity on the specifications part. Okay, so this is my Kubernetes cluster in the digital oceans. Okay, this is the one node cluster. You can see that we have only one resource that currently as a worker node. Okay, so I connected with the using the bash, and if I run the here in the Kubernetes kubectl get nodes, you can find currently we have only one worker node is currently running. Okay, and I am currently at a similar location where we have the daemon set file, and if you want to have a look, okay, so you will find the similar file as we have in here in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I'm going to apply it. So before that, I'm going to show you that how many pods we have running currently. qctl get pod. So we don't have any pod running here. So now I am going to apply the antivirus pod as a part of the daemon set. Okay, so kubectl apply, file name that I am going to provide is the DaemonSet.yaml. Okay, so it will apply a pod, and like the message says that the pod gets created. Okay, let me show you kubectl get pod. We have at least one running pod. You can see here the antivirus pod is running on, and where it's running, let me show you kubectl get pod of white, give you extra informations regarding where it's deployed. So you can find that it's deployed in a on the node 1, because we have only in the single node, okay, currently. So it's deployed into the single node. So you don't have the better understanding, like we have the single node and pod gets deployed. So what is the benefit of the daemon set? Now I'm going to add a node into the cluster. Okay, I'm going to create a node into the cluster, and then we will see that either the pod of the antivirus automatically created into the other node as well or not. So this is the main agenda of the today video. So I am going to the Kubernetes so digital oceans, and here I am going to add a pool, and I am going to define it as a worker node. Worker node 2. Okay, so we have a better understanding on, and let's utilize the 1 GB RAM node, and then I want only single node, and I'm going to add it. Okay, so it might take a few seconds or a single minute. So I'm going to pause this video for the time being till the nodes get created and added into the cluster. Okay, so you can see that the nodes that we added is now up, and now I am going to the git bash. Here I am going to run the kubectl get node. So you can find that the node 2 it's get added, and it's currently not ready because now it's going to the part of the cluster. So we have to wait for some time. It's still not ready. So wait for 1 or 2 seconds. It will be get added automatically. Okay, so now it's ready and it's not part of the cluster. Now we are going to see the impact. We created a single pod of the antivirus as a part of daemon set, and it's get deployed into a single node, because we at that time we have only single node. Okay, so it not giving us a clear picture. Now I added a node as a part of which is the part of now cluster. So I am going to run kubectl get pod. So now we have the two pod, and this one is start creating, and this is the beauty of the daemon set. It's getting created automatically, and as much as we are going to add the node n number of nodes. Suppose you have two nodes cluster, and there is a requirement in your organization such that you have to add 10 or 15 number of worker node, and you make it up as a part of the cluster. You don't have to do anything much from the daemon set. So you created once, and it's working accordingly. Okay, so you can see that it's now running, and where it's get deployed, kubectl get pod. So you can see that one pod is get deployed, the antivirus pod get deployed on node 1. this already we seen, and this we did just now. Means we added a node and it's get deployed. The antivirus pod get deployed, which is a part of the DaemonSet. Suppose I just want to remove this one. Okay, so this is the name of the pod. Okay, and I want to remove it. What happens? Qctl delete pod. Okay, it's a message. There is a message that it's get deleted. What happens? Either it's removed from the environment, from the node 2. Yeah, it's get removed, but 13 seconds before it's get created automatically for the node 1. Okay, so how we can remove the DaemonSet pod from all the nodes? Because if we creating deleting one by one, it's get created automatically, because this also have this similar functionality of the replicas. Okay, so for that you have to kubectl delete, you have to use the file. So you use the file for the creation, and you use the same file for the deletions also. So you can see that there is no pod in the default namespace. Means currently you have the kubectl get node, you have two nodes. This is the two node, and we don't have any pods. Means the pod that is the part of the daemon sets is not removed. The file that we use to create the daemon set, we use that file to for the deletions, and the daemon set is get removed from all the nodes. So if you guys like my video and the way I explain it, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, because that motivates me, and share it with your friends and keep learning, make a good environment of the learning. And I keep on adding several topics on the Kubernetes back, because I have to complete this topic related and several topics regarding the services, node affinity, node anti-affinity, node name, ingress. So there is lots of things pending at my end, and I have to complete it. And if you guys gives me a lots of love, then I will try to do it as soon as possible, because I think at that time I think that you guys are waiting for my videos, and I have to do it. It give me some extra pressures. Okay, so to that so that I can make a video more fastly and more frequently on these topics. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.